So TikTok got banned from the US a couple months ago, but it quickly got unbanned temporarily. And now we are hitting that point again where we have to decide, okay, are we going to sell TikTok to a US company, or are we going to let TikTok be a Chinese owned company and be banned in the US? Or who knows, maybe Trump could just delay the ban once again. We have no idea, but there's more people who are bidding to buy TikTok this time. We're talking about Amazon, the company that already owns Twitch, and the company that would love to take over that TikTok shop and turn it into Amazon shop or whatever. And the OnlyFans founder, which caught me super off guard. Like, what the fuck do you want TikTok to be? Like an endless porn scrolling site? But there's actually a little bit more details to that. And then some other companies as well. I think like Oracle and BlackRock were among them. But yeah, let's see what this video talks about.
As a weekend deadline to find a buyer for TikTok approaches, bids for the short video site are piling up. Among the latest to throw their hats into the ring are Amazon and a group led by Tim Stokely, founder of adult content site OnlyFans. Two Reuters sources say he's partnered with a cryptocurrency foundation to submit a late offer. US President Donald Trump has set an April 5th deadline for TikTok to find a non-Chinese buyer. Otherwise, it could face a ban in the US over concerns it's a risk to national security due to its ties to China.
That is the most bullshit I've ever heard. Saying that of all the reasons you'd want to ban TikTok, I don't know, like because it's brain rotting the youth or whatever. That's at least somewhat understandable. Saying that it has ties to China, therefore it's a security risk, is the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard. I'm going to show you why in just a moment, but let's just finish this.
TikTok and Chinese parent firm ByteDance have repeatedly rejected all such allegations. Amazon shares rose around 2% following news of its last-minute bid. The e-commerce giant has long harbored ambitions to own an in-house social media network. That could help it sell more goods and target a younger audience. Trump has said his administration is in touch with 4 groups about a deal.
We have a lot of interest in TikTok.
He didn't name them, but media reports have cited Oracle, Blackstone, and venture capital outfit Andreessen Horowitz as among interested parties.
Okay. If the argument is security risks for people's data, you should ban every fucking American mainstream social media as well, because Facebook, or Meta, they were given a fine for over 1.2 billion euros by the European Union because they were doing the exact same thing to people in Europe. And yet, who the fuck knows about that?
Meta was hit with a record $1.3 billion fine on Monday. The European Union's lead privacy regulator punished the tech giant for its handling of user information. It also gave Meta 5 months to stop transferring users' data to the US. Meta said it would appeal the ruling and called the fine unjustified and unnecessary. The EU has been
unnecessary because why are you stopping us from making as much money as we want without people's consent of selling their data?
in a long-running battle with Meta over where Facebook stores its data. Meta pointed towards a new data protection framework agreed by the EU and US government last year.
Now here's the thing. I'm not going to be some shill for TikTok in China as if it's some completely harmless app. All I'm going to say is, if there's real evidence showing that TikTok is way more dangerous than any other mainstream app that you already use in the US, then yeah, let's fucking get rid of it. That's not a problem to me. But so far, there is no evidence suggesting that. Just take a look at this article. It was made last year. Is TikTok really a danger to the West? TikTok collects an excessive amount of data. Okay? So critics frequently accuse TikTok of harvesting huge amounts of data. It gets details such as your location, what device is being used, and what apps are on it. That sounds scary as shit. Until you realize that TikTok collects similar types of data to track users' behaviors compared to other social media apps. This was done by 2 other resources, Citizens Lab and Georgia Institute of Technology. They both stated the same thing, that TikTok does most of the same things that other social media apps do. Even when you talk about TikTok collecting details such as your location, I mean, every single app I download on my iPhone asks me, would you allow this app to track your location while you're using it? That is virtually every app that I use now. That's not unique to TikTok. I mean, do you remember when TikTok initially got banned and then hundreds of thousands of US users, all those people moved over to RedNote? And there was a bunch of memes about it and everything. People were literally saying like, hey, I'm an American refugee here on RedNote. Please take my data. If there's a bunch of concerns of people's data being harvested on TikTok and it's like people are now getting concerned that they're getting like messages from Chinese people saying, "Hey, I know everything about you, so give me all your money, or otherwise I'm going to reveal your nudes that we have stolen from your phone because you downloaded TikTok or whatever." Like, unless they got to that point, I don't think people are really too concerned with, giving away their fucking location or their user data so that you can be sold some shit from China or whatever. I don't even know. I also don't think it should be bought by a US company because the app is just fine. The algorithm is just fine. I'm tired of seeing fucking rage bait every single time I open up Twitter or even YouTube these days, bro. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens on Saturday.